race in VIR this weekend.
Max,
Well,
buddy, I love you, but your mic is on.
oh,
All good, Max.
oh.
Hey, if you got something to say, come talk to us. You feel free to unmute anytime you guys want to ask a question, guys. You guys don't just have to put it in the chat. So helmet is probably I don't want to say the most important, but it's pretty dang important.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that you just
Gotta protect the noggin.
yeah, gotta protect the noggin, man. Um, it's something that, a lot of people ask me, what helmet should I get as my first helmet? And this is something I always tell people, like, listen, this is the first point of contact and safety between you and your head hitting a metal structure in the car. So don't cheap out on it. That being said, there's a lot of really good affordable options.
Yeah.
Like I ran a Race Quip helmet for years. Loved it.
Yeah.
Phenomenal helmet, upgraded to some more comfortable and some more options like comms and water. But for the most part, you don't need anything like that. But there are a few things that you do need to pay attention to, and that is the safety rating. So there are two different safety ratings. There is Snell, which is SA, and then there's DOT. You are not allowed to use a DOT helmet in any form of motorsports. SA or Snell 2020 or above is what you want to see. So in October of this year, they're going to be releasing SA 2025, and that's going to be available starting October 16th, it's the day before my birthday. Might be getting noted. And so SA 2020 or above, that's the safety rating. That's just as the best rating out there. Couple things you want to make sure: your helmet should have Hans pins or the holes to install them in. This is really important because as you move up and away from HPDE, you're going to have to be required to wear a Hans device. And we'll get into what that is in just a second. So you should always be checking your helmet before you put it on, checking for broken parts, wearing connectors, because again, it only takes one loose bolt to end in disaster. And I've seen numerous people's lives saved from these helmets.
Yeah. And really, when you guys have your helmet, you need to, that, like, of all your gear that you transport to and from the track, the thing that you have to take the highest care of is your helmet, because I'm gonna tell a quick story real quick.
Yeah, man.
So I was racing at somewhere, I don't even remember where it was, Blackhawk or somewhere, and one of my teammates had just gotten literally a brand new carbon stilo, brand new,
That's
had
a $3,500 helmet.
had never even done the first practice session. We were all getting dressed, and his helmet was sitting on, like, the car somewhere. And God, bless her heart, his mom walked by and nudged it, and it just rolled off and dropped 3 feet, and it cracked. And it was a complete waste right there. It's $3,500.
Gone
Right down the toilet. So you got to make sure you take really, really good care of your helmet.
Yeah, and here's a fun thing. It's bad luck to store a helmet upside down. So always keep your helmet right side up. It's bad luck. Don't do it. It's bad luck. So these are some brands. So Stilo, Rue, Racequip, and Bell. They have a whole bunch of different versions within them. This series, you are not allowed to run an open face helmet. You have to have a full face coverage. Some series allow you to run open face. This series is full face coverage, but as long as it's SA 2020 and full face, you can really go. I know there's Zamp, there's a whole bunch of different brands.
Simpson. I mean, there's a ton of good stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of really good helmets out there. And one thing I also always recommend is go and try the helmet on in person.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. You ask a buddy who has one to try it on. Some places that let you try them on: Discovery Parts, Summit Racing, Pegasus. They all let you try them on in person for that exact reason, because fitting your helmet to size is so important. If it's loose, it's not going to protect you.
And also, when you go to try on helmets, make sure you're taking a head sock or a balaclava, so that when you're trying them on, you're trying them real time on what you would be.
Or let your hair grow out real long.
That's right. Or you just have very, very wavy hair and no facial hair.
Awesome stuff. All right, guys. Next thing up on the list is a Hans device. This stands for head and neck support. This is one of the most critical pieces to come out of racing safety in the last 20 years. it has, I mean, ever since really Dale Earnhardt, I mean, with neck injuries and stuff, this has saved so many people's lives. And it's worn over the driver's shoulders and secured by the seatbelts or harnesses. And sometimes it anchors to the actual seat or roll cage. And I'll explain this in the picture. I always recommend what's called the hybrid Hans. It's made by Simpson, and that's what's pictured here. Hans also made a version of it, but they no longer make it. So the reason why a hybrid Hans is so good is because you can wear it with the OEM 3-point belt in your daily driver if you ever wanted to take that to the track. This Hans device actually clips around your chest and literally straps into your body. So it provides that neck support and kind of solid, and with the back brace, it kind of strengthens your spine. But it can also work in a 5 and 6-point harness. I mean, it's fully FIA approved. You can go race with this in any series. And so it's just the best bang for your buck. The problem with this normal Hans that, just kind of come around your neck is that has to have the shoulder belts on a 5 or 6-point harness to be effective. Super, super, super important, guys. I will never get in a car without a Hans.
Yeah. I mean, and
Period.
once you do some, more and more track time, especially once as soon as you get as a race car, and then you get out of a race car and you get into an HPD car, your daily driver, you'll feel a little naked.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't feel right. Like when I go autocross, I'm like, where's my
Yeah,
Hans? I don't like it. I don't wear a Hans in autocross, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. All right, guys, fire resistant clothing. This is a lot. So the big thing you have to be aware of is SFI rating. This is a foundation that sets the standards for fire retardedness and ensuring that these things can withstand the massive heat and flames long enough to allow you, the driver, to escape the vehicle. These suits are not fireproof. They are fire resistant. The goal is for them to buy you enough time to get the heck out of Dodge, to get you out of the car if it should in a fire happen. So what does that mean? SFI has a couple different ratings that you guys should be aware of. That's SFI 1.3, 2.3, and 3.3. They even have SFI 5, but the minimum required for most motorsports series is 3.3. So that is 30 seconds of time that is bought for you to get out of the car. So after 30 seconds, that suit may catch on fire itself. And that's not good. Also, fire suits protect you against a lot of things like flying debris, rocks, a whole bunch of other stuff. They're really thick, sometimes even 3 or 4 layers. They are quite warm.
Yeah, I mean, typically, I hate to say this, but obviously, the more money you spend,
Yeah.
the lighter and more breathable the suit is at the same rating, right?
Thank you, Todd Beerus.
Yeah, and so I mean, my first racing suit, my son is wearing now, and bless his heart, that thing is a burlap sack, and it has insulation woven between layers of it, and it literally weighs about 38 pounds.
Holy.
I mean, not that much, but it probably weighs, damn near 10 pounds.
That's a lot.
And it's so hot,
Oh my God.
but it's a good cheap suit, and there's nothing wrong with it. You're gonna sweat.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the cheap suit as long as it meets the safety rating.
Yeah.
It's just you can be sweaty, but that's fine.
Yeah, fine.
As the good Daniel Ricciardo said, athletes sweat.
That's right.
Athletes sweat, baby. So some things that you should be prepared and should be looking at to purchase or your team purchase is obviously the race suit, gloves, your shoes, and your undergarments. And what do we mean by this? Usually, SCCA mandates anyone with facial hair run an SFI balaclava. So this man right here runs a balaclava. Everyone should really run it just for safety. It protects your neck in the event of a fire. But a balaclava, usually socks are all that's required. So socks and a balaclava. I know a lot of people that run the shirts and the pants as well, but that's kind of up to you as far as what you want to do with that. I will say those are not cheap.
Yeah, and the another thing is your undergarments. If you're wearing something, whether you're wearing a cool shirt that's attached to a cool box, but if you're not, and you're just not running any kind of cooling system, don't be wearing anything plastic as your base layer.
Oh my God.
Basically,
Cotton, 100%.
Wear cotton. And if it gets soaked, that's fine. It actually does a good job of cooling you once it gets soaked.
Yeah, I mean, and hey, if it's wet, hang it up to dry. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna be sweaty, you're gonna be probably soaking wet when you get out of the car. But there's nothing worse than being in a fire and having that polyurethane stuff shrink and melt onto your skin.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad stuff. That's bad news. You do not want to be in that situation.
There's one other thing. I don't know if it's here, we go here, but something that we sometimes fail to mention because we just forget, but we'll be running. So all of our cars in the Premier Series will be running open top, right? And so you're required to wear arm restraints. Now, that doesn't mean that every single individual has to have arm restraints. You can have a set of arm restraints that stay with the car, right? So, but you're gonna need to buy a set of arm restraints, which all that is it's a hook and loop that go through your arms and then attach, so that in the event of a crash or the car overturns or something, your arms aren't flying out. It restricts your arm movement.
Yeah, it just basically allows for your arm not to be able to go out the car.
Right.
Cool. Safety harness. This is everything in this, I'm gonna say this, everything's important in this. But I have seen this save people's lives more than I have any other thing. There's several stories that you could tell about the belts saving people's lives, and some really scary stuff. But a 5 and 6 point harness is something that is required. There are now 9 point harnesses, which have 2 extra straps that go. You have the 2-inch straps, then 3-inch straps that go over your shoulders. So there is extra protection now, especially if you have some, people that are, pushing 200 pounds. You may want to look into a 9 point harness. But usually that consists of 2 shoulder belts, 2 lap belts, and 1 or 2 anti-submarine belts between the legs. The whole point of this is to distribute the crash forces evenly across your body. An OEM 3-point with just the 1 lap and the 1 shoulder is going to break a lot of bones, and oftentimes won't stop you in time. A couple really important things to note when installing these. They should be installed to the properly installed roll cage using the proper hardware. So anytime you're drilling in or screwing in stuff, always use grade 8 bolts. You need to make sure that these belts are FIA and SFI guidelines certified. The shoulder belts, when you install them to the back of the cage, so in this picture, you see the belts are installed to the roll cage and they're at about a 10 to 20 degree downward angle. So if this bar across here was way down here, I hope you guys can see my mouse, but way down here, that would be too sharp and that would cause a really sharp connection here and may actually snap the harness. So you need to make sure the lap belt should be secured at 60-degree angles to the seat, and the anti-submarine belts must be straight down or behind the hole. You don't ever want it to be forward of the hole.
And guys, all the belts have a lifespan, just like your helmet.
Yeah, they expire.
They expire, and so those are, so I would never be buying used belts.
Oh, ever.
I always, that's like some things you buy new, you don't know what's happened to them. Helmets to me is one of those, has always been, even when I was racing motorcycles for whatever, a decade, I would always, because if you take one big hit to that helmet, then that really, guys, that helmet is no good. It has served its purpose and it's time to move on. Even if it doesn't necessarily show a crack, once a helmet, they're basically good for one big hit.
Yeah.
And so,
or one drop.
yeah, and I know that can get expensive and whatnot, but I've gone through so many helmets, and I'm gonna buy new helmets. You should never buy a used helmet, and you should always buy new belts.
Yeah, 100%, guys. Especially, and the reason why these belts expire is because as they sit in the sun, they expand, they get hot, they lose their color, and the tensile strength of the strands are no longer as good as the rating is. So they usually last about 10 to 11 years, same as helmets. But if your belt ever shows any signs of fraying, you see any like small tear, immediately get that changed out, because that will rip in an accident. And believe me, we've seen some pretty bad accidents. All right. So race seats or sorry, a full containment seat. And there's a big difference. So a full containment seat is what you see here. And a full containment seat has these bucket-like structures that cover the ribs, the shoulders, and the full head. And the reason why we run this is because it's just safer.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
It's a big deal. The containment seat, I mean, other than giving your shoulders and your torso support, the head containment is critical because it catches a lot of the lateral load, and when you get in a wreck. And so it's a big deal. And, we have not penciled the exact details of the requirement on the spec for CRS on this car. But we'll give you guys a lot of guidelines. The full spec of the series is being built as we speak because we're building cars.
Yeah, we're building the first one now.
We're testing, and so we're in the midst of really fine tuning the details of the spec, and seats is going to be one of them.
Yep, for sure.
Because if you're not running a containment seat, then you're going to be mandated to run a net.
Yep.
A center net, at a minimum.
Yeah.
And I would say that we probably will mandate containment seats as well.
I would be really shocked if we ever allow a non-containment seat.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're that good.
They're that good. I mean, the differences are, and the price differences are not even that much.
Yeah. And they race much better too. They hold you in the seat.
Oh my God. It's just
way better.
I mean, you're not, it's incredible. It's a totally different experience.
Sorry, I got a little.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
But guys, installing the seat should take time. I'll tell you guys a story. So one of the most recent CRS junior program graduates, Eddie, when he was building a seat, him and Todd Burris spent 18 hours.
I think it was more than that.
It may have been 20 plus hours installing his seat. Now he is relatively short, so it was some very strange modifications, but installing a seat, you should take your time.
Yeah.
Measure 40 times before you cut anything. Again, always grade 8 bolts.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be, the thing about this series is that these cars essentially, they're endurance cars, right? It's endurance racing, it's team racing, where you're going to be changing drivers and stuff like that. And so in our champ car, and I know Todd as well, when in his champ car, it's good to have a seat in there that's going to fit a lot of people, right? I mean, yeah, you might catch somebody that's a little smaller, but you can always pad them up. Whereas you get somebody like me, it's tough for me to get in a 15-inch seat. I mean, I could do it, but man, I'm going to be dying when I get out of it.
You may not get out of it.
But I may not get out of it. Right.
We have to pull you up.
Right. Like, for example, just a seat that will accommodate your drivers, right? And that could be a 15 or it could be a 16. It just, you guys.
Yeah. For example, the car that we're building, we're going to be speccing it with 16-inch Kirkies because he can fit in one and I can fit in one. And if I need to, I can always put padding around the edges to make sure I fit really snugly.
Yeah.
Guys, grade 8, grade 8, grade 8, grade 8, grade 8 hardware. I cannot stress this enough. Everything. Only. There is no substitute. The reason why you run grade 8 is because it's got like a 15,000 pounds per square inch rating, and it's good under flexing. It's not brittle. It's not going to explode. Grade 8 bolts hardware, the only ones you should use, they usually come in a brass or kind of yellowish tint. They're the yellow ones. But it's very clearly described. Like if you go to Lowe's, you can get them at Lowe's. You can get grade 8 bolts at Lowe's. Just say, hey, I need a grade 8, 20 mil, whatever.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
And you guys are going to be doing this, right? And so you'll be picking your seats, you'll be installing your seats. And so all of this stuff that we're talking about, especially as it pertains to safety, all of it will get teched, right? So your cars will arrive to you and they will be caged, everything ripped out. And, I think we're doing a fire system as well. And
it's up to you guys to pick the seat and install it correctly.
Right. And so there's a lot of that stuff that even when you come to the track for the first time for whatever event, your car's getting teched. And so all these details are going to get teched, and that you won't be able to run it unless it's, passes tech and it's done properly.
Yeah. Now we're not going to just tell you, okay, good luck, have fun.
No,
We're gonna
no.
we're gonna be telling you how to go out properly installing a seat,
Right.
what to look for, how do you fit it, all that fun stuff.
Right.
That'll be coming soon.
Right.
Especially as we build this first one for
Yep.
you guys.
Yep.
There's gonna be a lot of how-to videos coming soon, so stay tuned. But yeah. Fire suppression. All right. There's a strong chance that the cars will be coming with these when you get them, just because of how important they are and how, to route them properly, you kind of need to do it while the car's being built. But the whole point of this is, again, to buy drivers time. Guys, every second matters in a fire or an explosion or even a crash. Every single second matters. And so what this fire system does is essentially, instead of a traditional fire extinguisher where they have to grab it, pull it out, point it somewhere and go, all the driver has to do is pull a little tab and usually the entire cockpit and the engine bay are flooded with fire retardant foam. So this is sometimes foam, sometimes AFFF or Novec 1230. This, again, only buys you time. Sometimes it saves the car entirely and you're lucky. Sometimes it doesn't. But you pull this, your job as a driver is, again, to get the heck out of there. Some things to note, however, do not have the nozzles directed directly to the driver's face because this stuff is very disorienting. It is freezing cold when it comes out, and you don't want to be breathing it in for very long. It's not toxic, but it ain't great for you. These bottles will be securely mounted, should be securely mounted to either the chassis or a roll cage with metal straps, as you see here. Those are metal, not plastic. And you want to make sure the activation handle is located within reach of the driver while fully strapped in. They need to be able to pull that while fully strapped down. Some cars have a secondary handle accessible from outside the car for corner workers to come up and crew workers to pull that in the event of another fire. We are not going to mandate you have that because I almost did it last weekend. I'm like, hey, Eddie, what's this red tab on the outside of your car? It's very tempting for people to just go up and pull that, and now you have to completely redo your car.
Yeah, I mean, most of the mounting is there on the tunnel where the shifter is to the right of that tunnel, which is very accessible to people outside the car. To reach in and pull that is very easy, as much as easy it is for the driver to pull it. So
yeah, but as long as your drivers can get to it easily and quickly, that's all that matters. Very important piece of safety equipment. And guys, to finish it up, I can't harp on this enough. Racing it's not just the big ticket items. Obviously, you want to be checking your helmet. You want to be buying, quality stuff, nothing from, eBay. But it's the little things that can make the biggest differences. Then that starts with just a simple bolt check and a simple overlook before you take the car out on the track. Ideally, every time before you even get on the trailer, you should have it up in the air, either on stands or on a lift, checking everything, checking your bushings, your bolts, your A-arms, suspension, inside, checking your belts, physically putting your hands on stuff.
Yeah, I mean, race prep, pre-race prep is it's so beneficial because you're catching all the stuff, the things you do catch, and it could be a loose bolt, it could be the tire, your wheel threw a weight, or you're out of alignment, or whatever it is. But spending some hours and laying hands on the car and getting checking all the little things allows for, when you get to the track, you really can relax and enjoy being at the track, and you're not hustling constantly trying to do the stuff.
Yeah, and even after you do the multiple hours, even when you're at the track as a driver, every time before I get in the car, I do a quick little look at the belts.
Right.
I'm just like, yep, the belts still look good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. None of them are fraying. They haven't ripped one. The seat isn't wobbly. And it's also beyond that, inspecting the fluid lines, making sure the electrical connectors are secure,
And this is a lot of what we're talking about, especially at track and as you're getting in the car. So you're bringing a team. All of y'all are 99% of you guys are on collegiate teams right now, and you guys should have people on your team who that's their duty. That's their job, that they know that when they're at when they're whatever weekend that you're going, Center or Jack or whoever it is, you're in charge of checking the belts, checking hoses, checking C clamps, checking X, Y, and Z. That is all your response. Or maybe that's not all you're responsible, but that's one of your main duties. And so, getting organized, and again, credit to CTR. I've seen them do things, and so I've been really impressed with um, how they make sure that that people have jobs, that have duties, and that people are staying in their lane, which isn't always fun. Sometimes it sucks being forced to do stuff, but that's part of it.
Got to earn your dues.
And it's part of being on the team too, right? And this is team racing, right? And so all this stuff is stuff that you can delegate within your team. And even if you've only got 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 guys on your team, girls on your team, that it's fine, but delegate it out. And this stuff is so freaking important. It's so important.
I mean,
It's probably the most important
it
thing.
is.
And because a lot of what we're talking about is developing these habits and becoming a team that is the most dialed in team.
Yeah,
Right.
and this is not the last time we're going to talk about it.
No, of course not. But I mean, and we have said this from the very, very beginning, whatever, 6 months ago, that the teams that are going to lead this thing are the teams that have strong leadership, are the most organized, and are well funded, right?
Yeah.
And so
and it's not even, races aren't won by going and figuring out some brand new special thing to do.
Right.
It's doing the simple and small things perfectly every time.
Right.
Consistency is key, guys. We're endurance racing. This isn't sprint series.
Yeah.
If it were drag racing, I'd tell you a different story.
Right. That's a bit of a diatribe, but it's very important.
It is. And you guys
important.
are doing phenomenal at it so
Yeah.
far. So keep up the great work, guys. We're all really, really proud of you. But I'm glad we covered this because it's very important, especially as we're getting to the point where teams will be taking delivery of cars here in the next few weeks to months. So we want to make sure that you guys are properly equipped safety wise to make sure that you guys are successful there.
Yeah.
That's it. Let me look at the questions. Oh,
You can
wow.
make that bigger?
Yeah, I can make it bigger.
Nice.
Oh, is that nice?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, Max, for the NDs, the payments have to be monthly, or could it be paid full at once? Yeah, absolutely. You can pay them full at once. So
We've had a couple teams,
Yeah, we've
just
had-
say,
yeah.
hey, we just want to buy the car outright, and that's fine too.
yeah, just contact us when you're ready to get the car, and we'll get it to you. What can you watch the series on, channel or apps?
There'll be so I assume
The IMSA series.
he's talking about IMSA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you just go to YouTube and
Yeah, it's
type in-
YouTube TV, isn't it?
well, it is YouTube. No, it's not YouTube.
It's live. It's just live.
Yes, live. It's broadcast, but it's broadcast live on YouTube. And so if you just go to YouTube and type in Mazda MX-5 Cup, it'll pop up, and then you can see you'll be able to watch the announced full televised, except it's televised on YouTube.
Yeah. Sweating just means you're losing weight as you're driving, which could turn into time. Well, you're exactly right, Thomas.
That's
I mean,
right.
You probably
It's not
lose
weight, baby.
you probably lose 15 pounds of sweat each time you go out.
Come on, man.
No, I mean that's a lot of sweat.
I know, but you talking about me personally?
Yeah.
I mean, I sweat a lot. Come on, man.
Maybe not that much.
I know that's
Fine.
you feel like that's like throwing a suitcase off the Titanic. I know, but it ain't 15 pounds. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5. Maybe 4 or 5.
I mean,
I sweat a lot.
Oh, I sweat profusely.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so bad. But SFI rating, so that's going to be 3.3. And every race suit usually has 3.3 or higher. So there you go.
Plays at that's up north.
Yeah, we are working on it, Zach. We're trying our best to get up there and branch out to the north.
Where's Zach at? Zach,
Where are you at?
where are you at, Zach?
Cincinnati. Oh, do you run with the Cincinnati? What?
Yeah. Are you on Cincy's team? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So we're working really hard, and it's been tough to nail down, but we are working to get an event at Gateway. They don't call it Gateway. What do they call it?
Worldwide Racing. It's terrible.
Something. Anyway, Gateway.
It's always going to be Gateway.
Yeah, Gateway in St. Louis, which that's not far from you. So we're working hard on that. with Rankin to try to find a date before the end of the year.
Yeah. So, Jacob, where can we find most of this equipment? How much would it cost for about 4 drivers? Jacob, we are actually working on some pretty good deals and discounts with Discovery Parts, Summit Racing, Pegasus, Competition Motorsports. Some of the ones I recommend. So I'll say that again: Summit Racing, Discovery Parts, Pegasus, and then Competition Motorsports. We're working on getting you guys a pretty big discount for that. So stay tuned. Just hold off maybe 1 or 2 weeks till we can lock that down for you guys, because it could be 10, 20% off. So how much would it cost for 4 drivers? I mean, that really depends on what you're getting and how nice of it. I mean, you could go out and get all of that for one person for under $800. I mean, really? I mean, I've seen suits, race equipped suits. They're not comfortable, but they're very functional.
Nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong
Not
with
a
them. There's
thing
not a
wrong.
dang thing wrong with them. And I mean, those are, $250.
And you guys are also running, these cars are open cockpits, so you got a lot of.
Yeah, that's fair. You're not going to be as hot as
You're not going to be as hot.
It's actually going to be probably quite comfortable.
Now that you say it,
That might be pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it really depends. Jacob, for your members, I would always encourage members to get their own helmets, because helmets are fit to size. If a race suit's a little baggy, that's okay. Just make sure it's not impeding any of your movement or getting caught on anything. But helmets should be kind of per person. Highly recommend that. But if your school is willing to buy helmets for people, just make sure you get a couple different sizes. Speaking.
Why don't you hit that real quick, and then I'll answer Matt.
At Clemson, is there administrator at the club? Because for FAU, there would be a president, vice president, secretary, and an admin is mandatory. What would the admin do? So there is not an administrator at the club at Clemson. Clemson has 2 different forms of student clubs. One is called a delegated student organization, and one is called an independent student organization. So as an independent student organization, they are completely student-led, meaning they don't have a faculty admin. But if they were a delegated student organization, the admin would be there to basically supervise them, to make sure they're not jeopardizing anyone's safety, making sure that they are following budgetary protocols, making sure they're not spending it on things they shouldn't. So usually that's a faculty or a staff at the school, or a approved I guess, how do I say this, adult. It can be outside of the university with approval, especially if it's someone big in the racing world. But yeah.
Max asked, speaking of safety, is there a final verdict on insurance/track insurances as well as liability? And Max, I mean, as it pertains, I think I know where you're going with this, but as it pertains directly to quote track insurance, that is to say, if you're going to an HPDE or a track day in a car, we are working on our agreement with DriveSmart, which we hope that we're going to have an actual webinar strictly about.
Yes, very soon.
Very, very soon, maybe even next week, about all the things that DriveSmart is offering to all of you at a massive discount. But Haggerty runs track insurance, for HPD and stuff like that. If you're asking specifically about racing track insurance, like this car, for example, that you buy from us or you're leasing from us, insurance on that, as far as I don't have any headway on it. What we're trying to do is mitigate a loss on the car for you guys as well as for us.
Long story short, it's never existed in history before.
Well, it exists.
Well, that's okay. You're right.
It's absurd.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
Like, you're spending more than half of the car's value a year on track insurance.
Yeah, considerably more.
I mean, it's and even like, I don't think they would insure Miata. I mean, they don't.
Come on, man. They probably would. It's still a car. It's still, maybe by dumping on the.
I mean, ones I looked, I mean, the prices started at $15,000 a day.
Well, oh, really?
A day.
Yeah. Well, so Max.
Well, hang on a second. So liability, the liability insurance, while we're running with FARA, all of the events, so FARA holds $5 million liability coverage for every participant and any person inside their gates. So that means health. Yeah. Liability. So as a driver, If you were in an accident, they cover $5 million health insurance as a driver. If you pull a Mustang and hit a whole crowd of pedestrians, they cover $5 million for each and every one of those pedestrians. So the liability is covered. If you need that for your school to prove it, text me, whatever you need to do. I'll get it to you. So GTC, Georgia Greenville Tech is good with it. I can't get that acronym right.
Sorry.
And
GTU.
no, it's Greenville
GT?
Technical College, GTC.
GTC.
GTCR, yeah, the Greenville Tech Racing, Greenville Technical College Racing, yeah.
Look at that.
Look at
What I'm
that.
talking
I
about,
love you, man.
Max.
I love
Oh,
you, man. Yeah, so that's the insurance. Haggerty's great for like your 370, but for this insurance, it's gonna be a little bit later.
And Max,
Oh.
like I said, look, yeah, just reach out to us if you're meeting with them and they have specific questions, we can help.
Yeah.
We've done it twice, 3 times already with 3 different schools, 2
Oh
different
yeah,
schools,
4.
4 different schools.
I've done it
So-
before.
What else? What other questions you guys got?
Would the competition be across
Round,
one semester?
I don't understand that.
Uh,
I know he's asking. He's asking the competition, the races, are they going to be in one semester? They'll be over the course of the school year
yeah.
is what it's going to amount to. Now, there may be a late, like a late May or early June race.
Yeah, expect Q2, Q3, Q4 of 2026 as the racing calendar.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be 3 and 4.
It's probably going to be 3 and 4. It is still, for those of you guys who don't know, it's still too early to even get on the calendars for some of these racetracks.
Yeah,
we have not even finalized what racetracks we're going to yet.
Well,
we're getting close. We've got some good ones, and I don't want to tell you guys yet because it's really exciting and there's some really good tracks out there. But we're working on it, and that'll be posted as soon as we have it. I mean, literally the day that we have it locked and loaded is the day we publish it.
I can say though that the tracks are not going to be West Coast tracks.
Yeah,
all the tracks are in the Southeast for next season.
Well, East Coast because East Coast because VIR I don't consider South.
Yeah.
It's kind of south of the line. You think that's south?
I think it's south of the
line. Do you consider? Okay, well maybe I'm wrong.
It's south of the line.
Yeah.
Right? You know what line I'm speaking.
Yes.
Okay.
So the late summer, fall 26 is what we're looking at for starting. Starting the full competition, yes, it's going to take you guys time to get out. And that's why we're harping competition schools, guys. The sooner you guys get to competition schools, the sooner, there are racing events in FARA in February. If we have an overwhelming want from you, the teams, if we get 10 teams to come race, we will put together a race for you.
Done. Everything is dependent upon the teams, you guys. And look, I'm going to harp like crazy on this. Is you've got to get your drivers to comp school and you've got to do fundraising. Okay. Gotta put my hands around y'all's throats. You've got to do those things.
Yeah. So
still between inaugural season. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Thanks guys. Still trying my best to get to NOLA. Financial not be able to make it. Hey man, if you just want to swing by, come check it out too. NOLA is a phenomenal track to come. It's really entertaining racing. So just come down, even if you can't afford to actually go be a part of comp school, come down, meet the team, get acquainted, see what it's like so you can be better prepared. Fall 26 estimated inaugural season. I wouldn't say fall. I'd probably say June or July.
Yeah,
hopefully you guys get ready.
Yes, Jacob. Yes. That car is FAU's car. Once you purchase it or sign a lease agreement, that is the spec car. That is FAU's spec car that your team is in charge of. And yeah, you're going to have to trailer it to every event. We're not doing it for you. We'll help you. We'll help you with trailers. We'll help you with where to get them, where the best prices are, all the stuff to enable you to do it. But yeah, you guys are gonna
and we have a lot of creative solutions for you guys to get your cars places. One is shipping your cars. Got to give credit to Tulane for enlightening us to this. They have some incredible deals for car shipping. So it's literally you tell the transport guys, hey, I need my car delivered to this racetrack, and it's like $200 to $400. It's incredible. Super cheap transportation. They cover everything. It's insured. It's great. So you can trailer it. We're going to encourage you guys to trailer it. We're going to provide options for you to get trailers, but yeah.
What does that mean?
No, Thomas is talking about coming to NOLA. So yeah, hey man, bring your truck. We're not going to let you on track in a truck, but come down, have a good time. We'll get you a right seat. We'll make it worth your while.
You guys mentioned
The furthest track that we've had meaningful conversations with was NCM Motorsports Park out in West Kentucky. So I mean that's near Midwest, but I still consider that East.
Yeah, and that's just who we've talked to. I think
It's possible to get a gateway as an event.
that is certainly a
That's a
possibility.
very strong
But
possibility.
your furthest ones away are NOLA, Homestead, of course, which is
This farthest away from
how
everyone. It's the end of the earth.
the end of the earth in South Florida.
Oh,
we got
cramp.
cramp.
Oh, cramp.
What's the other one? I mean, Barber's not far.
No, I think he's talking about you're furthest away from the East Coast, right?
Gotta be NOLA.
Nola is pretty far away from the East Coast. There may be opportunities. I was talking with the Colorado team, Jordan. There may be opportunities to get a racetrack out there.
High
But
Plains.
yeah,
That's a great track.
that's what he was saying.
High Plains is sick.
But it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be really tough to get that far west.
And get the participation.
And get the participation. Now, obviously, if California, Washington, Colorado State, Arizona, you guys want to come out and
We'll make it happen.
we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
But we got to have the participation. We can't have a race without people racing in it. So you guys just need to, always ready for a road trip. Yes, sir, Jordan. That's the right attitude, guys. Let me tell you this. I know it may sound nuts. Say, I have to drive 11 hours to get to this racetrack. That is some of the best time.
Oh, it's the greatest.
And not only for fun, I mean, between Center and myself, I think we've had our best ideas in that car.
No doubt.
No doubt. I mean, it's just incredible.
It's part of it.
It's the best memories.
You'll love it when you start it.
I looked forward to getting up at 2:45.
Yeah, it's good times, man.
It really is.
Or what is that last one?
Road trip to comp school was unforgettable. Yes, Rohan.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, guys. So any other questions? If not, we'll let you guys get going. Again, really, really proud of every one of you guys. It means a lot to all of us to see you guys working as hard as you guys are. We're here for you.
That's right.
Whatever you need.
Don't hesitate to reach out. Hit Danny up, Danny@garageid.com, or you can hit us.
CRS, garageid.com. Some of you guys have my personal email. It doesn't matter. Reach out. But guys.
Oh, we got some good guest speakers too.
Oh yeah.
That we got lined up.
We got some great guest speakers.
Our driver of the global car, the MX5 Cup car, Ethan Jacobs is the driver. He's going to be coming. Stuart McAleer of Becoming McAleer Racing. If you know of them, they're a big time race team that race in almost
every race series on the planet.
I mean, they like race nuts. On them. And so also some more too. We have a lot on tap, a lot of people coming to do webinars. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Gosh, a rough, Max, I can get you a estimated cost and budget planning for you guys and how much you need to raise.